This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association, your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland, with reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffmann and Riley Smith. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Dustin Hoffmann.
Well, good day, everybody, and welcome to Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Dustin Hoffmann. Today is Thursday, August the 11th, 2022. We're so glad you could join us. Day one of the Iowa State Fair, and today we're out here at the Iowa Turkey Federation's Grill as we are going to be talking with Gretta Irwin in just a few minutes about the 40th anniversary of the booth being here and the food that they serve with all those Iowa turkeys. We're also going to have a chance to check that ag weather outlook, but first, let's run down the markets. It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net. Well, we're at the end of another trading day here on this Thursday, and we turn to Brian Splitt of agmarket.net. Brian, what did we see at the market's close?
We had a strong close across the board. Corn closed right near the highs, closed above the 200-day moving average in the December contract. And that may bring in some additional technical buying before the report tomorrow. Soybeans closed in the 1450 area, just shy of yesterday's highs. And we've got some additional upside potential tomorrow, again, looking at the report. We did finish about 10 cents off the highs, but looking at the December Chicago wheat contract, we've taken out the long-term downtrend on that contract. We do have a double bottom on December Chicago wheat. We had a low that was made in July at 772.5, a low that was made in early August at 771.5. So it looks like we're trying to build a base there. And again, I think we've got a strong case to see some higher wheat values moving forward, potentially making a harvest low already.
Now, we also have WASDE coming out on Friday, and we have the first estimates for harvest from USDA. Some people are wondering what number they're going to pull out of their hat. What are you guys seeing coming into this?
We've got a slight yield reduction for both corn and soybeans, 176 on corn and 50 even on the soybeans. And that's pretty close to what the average estimates are from the trade. So I think if you get those types of numbers, then the trade's going to be looking for some additional yield reductions coming in September. But I do want to caution listeners, because when you look back to what we did last year, the USDA did reduce both yield on corn and soybeans, and on corn almost 5 bushels per acre. We traded limit up on the report, closed well off the highs, and then proceeded to break $1 into the September WASDE report. Same thing on soybeans. We made a high about $13.80, just shy of that a couple days after the report, and then broke a little over $2. And that's with the USDA last year dropping carryout down almost 200 million bushels. It was 190 million bushels, down to 1.242 billion bushel carryout. And on the soybeans last year, they left things static at 155. So USDA is currently at 230 million bushels. So we do have the potential, and that's what we've been talking to clients about, is looking for some levels above the market. If USDA does lower yield for both, they may reduce demand to help offset that. So we're looking for some wish orders to either price some puts or make some sales in the cash market or in the futures account back at some significant resistance levels.
All right, and we had a few farmers stopping by today that live near the river terminals, and that's where they market their grain, and they said the basis prices have been going down on corn, and they almost 30, 40 cents difference. What's going on there? Have you heard any news on what's causing that?
Yeah, we're getting to that point where the new crop is going to be coming online. And, we typically see that where as you're bridging the gap between the old crop and the new crop, world buyers know there's going to be a fresh supply coming up. That was one of the things that I had discussed back in June after that June stocks report, was that, the USDA is telling us that our stocks year over year are larger. And if that's the case, then we would expect the basis to deteriorate as we get closer to the new crop. So I think that's what's happening.
All right, and switching over to that livestock side of things, Brian, what did we see today?
A little mixed trade in the cattle. So we did have corn higher that had the feeder board a little bit lower. But I talked in our technical webinar yesterday. I think you got some head and shoulder bottoms on the feeder cattle on both the daily and the weekly continuous. And both of those project up around the 190 level for nearby futures. So a little bit more upside is the expectation there on feeders. On the live cattle, we made it up to some resistance. I've been kind of focused on this December contract. There was a period the day after we made the contract high in December live cattle, we did gap lower. We went back up and filled that gap about a week later. And so here we are right back up into that area. So we're very close to contract highs. We hit some short-term resistance. The story there is, as long as the concern about the economy is not the forefront issue, I think you're going to see the fundamentals of live cattle rule, and that is going to be looking at lower numbers. We've had liquidation of the herd, so I think the fundamental outlook for live cattle is friendly. You may see some periods here and there where the market's concerned about the general economy domestically, the economy globally. And when you see those days, you're going to see some pressure on live cattle. But again, I think the fundamentals of that market specifically continue to look friendly. If you look at the hog market, we've got August going off the board tomorrow, very close to contract highs. We made new contract highs today in October and in December. We've got February into the spring contracts, very close to contract highs. So the meat markets in general have been trading with a good bullish underpinning at this point.
All right, Brian. Well, a lot of great information as always. If anybody out there wants to talk marketing strategies with agmarket.net, what's the best way for them to get in touch?
Give us a call. Our general phone line is 844-4AG-MARKET, so 844-424-6758. You can reach me directly at 815-665-0463. And check out our website, www.agmarket.net. Sign up for our free intel for 2 weeks and see if you like what we're putting out.
All right, Brian. Well, thanks for the insight as always. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you, Dustin. Have a great one.
That again was Brian Splitt of agmarket.net. We'll go ahead and take a look at those closing numbers brought to you by the folks at Bar Chart. September corn was up 8 at 629 1/4. December up 9 1/4 at 627 3/4. August soybeans up 20 3/4 at 1709 1/2. November up 20 3/4. That was at 1448 1/2. Soy meal up $6.90 at $456.50 per ton. Soy oil today came up $1.92 at $69.30. Chicago wheat was up 11 at $810 3/4. Minneapolis up 15 1/2 at $921 3/4. Kansas wheat was up 16 1/2 at $889 1/4. Oats for September up 26 1/2 at $454 3/4. August live cattle up $1.40 at $140.60. August feeder cattle were down 72 cents at $179.95. August lean hogs up 15 cents at $122.40. Pork cutouts a dime over at $111.10. Class 3 milk was up a nickel at $20.08. And that's been our ag market recap. We're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soy Checkoff. When we come back, I talk with Gretta Irwin of the Iowa Turkey Federation. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Welcome back to AMPM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Dustin Hoffmann. We're out here at day one of the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines. We'll be out here all 11 days, so make sure you come on by and see us. Our tent is located next to the entrance of the Super Bowl. But today, we're doing the show from the Iowa Turkey Federation Grill, where they're serving up their turkey tenderloin and turkey drumsticks for the 40th year. They're getting back to basics and celebrating that anniversary. And we had a chance to talk with Gretta Irwin of the Iowa Turkey Federation. We're at the Iowa Turkey Federation here at the Iowa State Fair, day number 1, and we're with Gretta Irwin. Gretta, thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us today.
Great to be here. This is the 40th year of the Iowa Turkey Federation being at the Great Iowa State Fair.
All right, and so for being here 40 years, you obviously have the secret to longevity here and getting those people to keep coming back for those Iowa-raised turkeys.
Yeah, it's been a great opportunity to expose people to turkey and what Iowa turkey farmers do. So we have our turkey drumsticks, which we've had since the beginning, our turkey tenderloin sandwiches, all Iowa products. It's either coming from Tyson Foods in Storm Lake or West Liberty Foods down in West Liberty, Iowa. So you can come enjoy great Iowa turkey here at the Iowa State Fair.
And tell us what you have on the menu. You have the drumstick and the loins. What else do you have on the menu?
That's what we have this year is the drumstick and the loins. We kind of went back and featured on our core products that we started out with. And we've had a lot of different products throughout the years, just getting people understanding. You can put turkey into a taco, you can have a breakfast stick, you can have, we did Sloppy Joe's one year, we've had bratwurst, we've had lots of different products throughout the years, just rotating them in and out, letting people know some great ways to use turkey. But obviously with labor issues, trailer issues, all of these changes that have happened in our society, we really needed to downsize this year and just simplify. And we went back to our core base, which is our turkey drumstick and our turkey tenderloin.
So we know what happened this spring. We want to talk about that. We're going to focus on, but coming back out of that, obviously being able to be here and have the animals here is a big deal as well.
It is. It's great just to have that opportunity for folks to come up to the Animal Learning Center. They can see some turkeys, interact with the birds, and understand what a turkey looks like and how it grows. It's just a great place to come to the Iowa State Fair and just really understand agriculture a lot better.
And we have the turkey facts right on the side of the wagon here. I mean, people that maybe don't understand, turkey is still a big deal here in Iowa. Yes, the focus gets put a lot on corn and cattle and hogs, but turkey, we're still in the top 5.
Right, we're number 6 in turkey processing, about 7th in production. So we take that Iowa corn, Iowa soybeans, and we put it through those turkeys, process them right here in Iowa, and really add value into those local communities with our local Iowa turkey farmers.
And it's interesting. Talk about how long it takes for a turkey to go from chick stage to being ready for market.
Right, so the poults hatch either from here in central Iowa or here in the Midwest, come to the turkey farm, and it takes about 18 weeks for them to end up being about 48 pounds, and then they're processed right here in Iowa. And so we've talked about great value added, that great supply chain. We're taking that Iowa corn, Iowa soybeans, processing those birds in Iowa, raising those birds in Iowa. So it's a great opportunity, like at the State Fair, just to talk to people and let them know that Iowa turkey farmers are out there and contributing. Okay, so if folks want to come down here and have some of this great Iowa turkey here at the Iowa State Fair, where do they find you, Greta? We are right by the Bill Riley stage, so between the Bill Riley stage and the Varied Industries building. Same spot we've been for 40 years. Stop by and enjoy some great Iowa turkey and say hi.
All right, that is Gretta Irwin with the Iowa Turkey Federation here on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. And that was Gretta Irwin of the Iowa Turkey Federation. Let's go ahead and take a look at that ag weather outlook. Well, it is a little warm here to start the Iowa State Fair, day 1 here in Des Moines, but not too terribly bad. We've had worse, and it sounds like we might be getting those hotter days coming up this weekend. But what do we have in store for the next 24 hours? Let's look and see what the National Weather Service has to say. And as we said, it is a little bit warmer out here today at the Iowa State Fair, but it is a little bit warmer across most of the state. A few clouds are showing up here and there. We're seeing highs anywhere from the low 80s to the low 90s. Now tonight, there will be cloudy skies. There will be some scattered showers possible in the north part and also in the eastern part of the state. We'll see lows anywhere from the mid-50s to the upper 60s. Now tomorrow, we're going to see the big spread. Sunny skies and hot in the central and the western parts of the state, but chances of rain and cooler in the east. We'll see temperatures ranging anywhere from the low 70s to the low 90s. Taking a look at the affiliate weather map for tomorrow, Cherokee will see sunny skies and 90. Shenandoah, sunny skies 93. Des Moines will be sunny and 93 as well. Waterloo will see some chances of showers and 76. Albia, partly sunny skies and a high of 84. Clinton will have showers and thunderstorms possible throughout the day and a high of only 73 degrees. And that's been our ag weather outlook. And just like that, we're at the end of today's show. You can find all our content online at iowaagnet.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, and you can even find our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and that bell icon so you're notified every time we upload a AMPM video. You can also find our free Twice Daily Market podcast on Google, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, and Podbean. From the Iowa State Fairgrounds in Des Moines, for Riley Smith, Mark Magnuson, and Avery Haskell, I'm Dustin Hoffmann. This has been Ag Matters PM.